so today the focus really was trying to help you play better in the wind, right? And wind is a challenging environment to play in anyways. One of the big things that happens in wind, along with trying to manage it, manage our golf ball, right, flight it, control those things, is really what I always find is that my interior tempo gets affected. The wind's roaring in my ears, it's loud, it's hard to communicate with anybody, right? If somebody's up in front of you, you got to scream to get to them. All of those things can throw you out of what is your regular routine.
Right.
So what is more important than probably anything is making sure that we're managing our mind. We're playing those competitive events in the wind. Okay, so one of the keys is, you have a practice routine or a pre-shot routine. You've figured it out, you've got it. You've got to rely deeply on it so that before that shot, right, we put ourselves back into that position mentally where we want to go, right? So that way we can keep our mind calm. It's really quick to start trying to play fast, right? It usually brings up the tempo of our golf swing. All of those things get affected just by the wind. The wind really affects our tempo and rhythm out on the golf course. So really what I would focus on immensely is when you're out there is make sure that you rely on that practice routine, keep yourself calm and focused, right? We worked on how we can flight those shots, and really I think what the next step is you've got to start to figure out, how do I control how much curvature, right? And play around with those things. What if I put the ball position back, what shot do I get? Right? How much lower do I get before I can't go much further back? We moved to a 7-iron at the end and you said, well, this is much easier than the 5, but it also promotes a lot more height. Right? So now all of a sudden, is that too much height for the wind?
Yeah.
So luckily, we live in a place where we get wind all the time, especially in the spring, right? Today's supposed to blow 20 plus mile an hour, so I think this might be the perfect opportunity for you to come in and try to learn how to handle these situations. But I think you've got the core, and now the next step really is you've got to figure out, how does Rose play in the wind? How is Rose going to take these pieces, right, and start to execute them on the golf course? It's a little different for everybody, right? A couple swing keys that have really transferred through the whole lesson for you is that this lateral motion and this lateral motion that you get, and that's really going to hurt you when you're trying to kind of pinch the golf ball, right? When we're trying to keep it lower, keep that launch lower, got to be a little bit more precise with your ball striking. So those drills that we talked about, that practice routine, I think that's really going to help you not only in this shot, but in your long game in general. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anything else? Any questions that you have for me?
No.
Awesome. Thanks, Rose. Appreciate it.